Let me tell you what to do, help me help you, and do not do these things. What's up? My name is Kristinaalexa. I'm a real estate agent here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. I specialize in relocation and I work very, very well with young professionals, 40 and under. If you're looking to move to Las Vegas, send me a message on Instagram or at my email address. Only if you're going to not do these 10 things, okay? Don't hit me up if you're gonna do these 10 things. Let's get into it. First things first is financing. The mistake I see some people make this day and age with financing is going with a big box or big name lender. A national lender would be something like Loan Depot or Redfin or Zillow Home Loans or something like that. While these companies are amazing and they do play a huge part in our industry, they're a big segment of it, I personally do not love that they charge a lot of fees and they treat clients like a case or a file number rather than giving a personalized experience. Local lender is always going to be the way to go in my opinion, and that's the first and biggest mistake that you should not make, especially when relocating, because there's just so many moving parts and Vegas is so peculiar and amazing and strange of a town and our housing market, so it's really, really important for someone to know the ins and outs of this market and what's happening, because our market changes by like the literal hour. Go with a local lender. I have one for you if you're working with me that I can recommend for you. The second mistake is not grabbing multiple quotes. So even when I recommend maybe a preferred lender that I might have, a lot of you already know her, she's amazing, do not hesitate, and the other lender will, if they're a good lender, they're not going to be in like a scarcity mindset and not want you to go shop. They're going to say, hey, I know I can provide you the best service, the best rates, the best closing costs, and whatever incentive I might have right now. Go shop around and come back and I will either beat it or match it. All right, awesome. So we've secured financing, you've shopped around, you found the best rate with a local lender. Next, what we do is we go shopping. So a mistake that you should avoid is only going with like what's recommended or what you've discovered, those areas of town. It's always a good idea to just go one zip code over, go to a different side of town. Do not be afraid to go on two separate sides of town. Because I have had, unfortunately, it makes me so sad when clients come to me and they're like, oh, I don't want to make you drive everywhere, oh, I don't want to look too far. This is literally your house. I would hope you check every nook and corner of the city to find the perfect house for you. This is the biggest thing of your life where you're going to spend the most time in your life. Get you a good real estate agent that will commit to you, and make sure that you're looking and just keeping your eyes open for different sides of town than you first initially thought. On the same note, overlooking new construction is a mistake I see a lot of people make. Just because you are at a certain price point doesn't mean you might, like, new construction wouldn't be for you. Do not be afraid to look at new construction and resale homes. Two extremely different segments of the market. You want to turn over every rock, and I will make you turn over every rock when we work together in the city to make sure you're finding exactly what you're looking for at the price that you want it and the time that you want it. Okay, so we're looking at new construction, we're looking at resale, and you're doing this online on either your phone. Most of my clients look on their phone. I'm sending you listings pretty much every day of what matches your criteria, and you're looking at your phone. Don't let those images, like whatever the listing is on what listings they send you or wherever you're looking for houses on the internet, do not let the images hold so much weight. If the house itself matches your criteria, I highly encourage you to go look at it. So if it's the bedrooms you want, the bathrooms you want, you know, the side of area of town you want, but you're like, oh, but that doesn't look that nice, like all the aesthetics, inside stuff, don't do that. Do not do that to me. Don't do that to me. We're going to look at that house if everything else is checked. Okay, awesome. So we have secured financing, we've gone shopping, and we have maybe one or two houses that we are looking to submit offers and move forward on. This is the kind of part that is hit or miss, depending on what type of client I'm working with. My tip for you, mistake to avoid, is living in fear. Being like, oh, I don't know, I want to sit on it, I want to think about it before writing offers. I totally understand that relocating to Vegas is insane. It just is. Like, relocating your whole life to a new city is a lot, especially the carnival that Las Vegas is. Two, I know that buying a house and writing offers is another huge portion, especially because I work with so many young people So a lot of times they're going from, like, I understand that you're probably going to go from renting to buying and it's a brand new experience. I do hear all those concerns, but unfortunately the market does not care if you're on your 5th house or your 1st house. So when you see something you like, the mistake to avoid is like living in fear and not moving quickly, and not writing an offer or not writing a strong offer, obviously case by case basis based on my advisory, is a huge mistake that I see. And also on that note, the timeline is obviously dependent on how fast or how slow that you want it to go. But if you're pre-approved and you're looking at homes, but you're not submitting offers, that's something, like, either I'm missing something as your agent, or there's something that, like, underlying fear that you might have, which is totally understandable, but we need to address whatever concerns you might have, because I've seen it a couple times and it just makes my heart sad that my clients are not moving fast enough, because there might be a lot, like, of the unknown, and they miss out on either the good rate that was around last week or the house that they really wanted to move forward on. By the time they're like, okay, that's right, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's under contract. Don't make that mistake, seriously. Like, it's just not it. It's just not it. Don't make that mistake. Under contract and in escrow mean the same thing, just so you know. So the other mistake I see is getting, as the clients, the buyers especially, getting anxious in escrow. So once we open escrow, what's gonna happen within like 2 to 3 days is we're gonna have a home inspection, and then an appraiser is gonna come out. But after that, you're sitting there for up to like 3 weeks, literally doing nothing but signing like disclosures and a bunch of documents in email as I ask and as a lender asks. You're doing nothing. And it's very anxious, because we go from meeting and seeing each other all the time and doing the buyer consult and going to look at showings and meeting to like go over the offer strategy, and I'm calling all the time. It goes from like, hey, this is honestly like a full-time job for me and you both, and then it goes overnight once we get the offer accepted to, hey, like, I'm checking in with you like twice a week to let you know that there's probably no updates, everything is going super smooth. So that like polarity is where a lot of clients get super anxious, but there's really nothing to be anxious about, because at that point you've done all the things that you have to do, and it's myself as the agent organizing everything, the escrow officer and title organizing everything for the actual sale of the property, and then the loan officer organizing everything to get your loan funded. Right before closing, either 2 to 3 days before, or sometimes day of, you and I are going to go back to the property for what's called the final walkthrough, and we're going to ensure that the property is in the condition in which we would receive it. So that means the condition we saw it, there's no random, somebody got angry, punched a hole in the wall, and any repairs that we asked to be done during the inspection period are truly complete. The next mistake to avoid is passing on home warranty. And what home warranty is it's basically similar to car insurance. It's if something goes wrong, appliances, plumbing, HVAC, roof, if something goes wrong in your house, which it will, it's just a house, things go wrong with cars every day. Maybe you move in, a week later the dishwasher stops working. Home warranty is the coverage that you have to get someone out to your property to fix the repair that's needed. You have closed on your house, you've moved in, home warranty's in place, everything's amazing, you got the best loan, you got the best agent, mwah, love it, love the house. The mistakes to avoid after closing are not keeping in touch with your real estate agent and not keeping in touch with your loan officer. The reason you want to keep in touch with your agent is because they will be able to give you your property's value year over year. Just being in touch with the asset that you've now purchased, and all of this information your real estate agent will be able to provide for you. In addition to your agent, staying in touch with your lender, especially in 2023 when I'm filming and posting this, because as soon as rates drop to a reasonable price, your lender will be able to refinance you. So those are the 10 little things to avoid to make your home buying process way more easier here in Las Vegas. When you're getting ready to move, make sure you just send me a DM on my Instagram or send me an email address if that's easier, and we'll get connected and I'll help you the entire step, every step through the entire process. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.